Welcome to Valuable Coins Vault. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of the Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel, where in ordinary the top 10 most valuable and most expensive USA 5-cent coin can be worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. In this video, we'll explore the 6 most valuable and rare Jefferson nickel 5-cent coins, uncovering why certain dates, mint varieties, and high-grade examples have become true modern treasures. If you love hidden value, condition rarities, and coins most people overlook, you won't want to miss T. Let's get started. First up in the 1988, P. Thomas Jefferson Monticello nickel, 5 cents, occupies an interesting and often misunderstood place in modern U.S. numismatics. While it is sometimes incorrectly described as a bicentennial issue, the 1988 P nickel is not an official bicentennial coin. That honor belongs to select 1975 to 1976 issues. Nevertheless, this Philadelphia-minted Jefferson nickel has gained strong attention among collectors because of its potential value in top-grade condition and in rare-era varieties. For numismatists who focus on condition rarity, mint state preservation, and modern-era anomalies, the 1988 P stands out as a coin whose worth can far exceed its humble face value when the right attributes are present. The 1988 P Jefferson nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which by that time no longer used a P mint mark on nickels, making attribution dependent on strike characteristics rather than a visible letter. It belongs to the long-running Jefferson nickel series introduced in 1938, honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence. By 1988, the U.S. Mint was producing nickels primarily for circulation using copper-nickel alloy planchets, during a period marked by high output and relatively little public attention, conditions that paradoxically set the stage for modern rarities in ultra-high grades. Within the broader Monticello reverse era, 1938 to 2003, the 1988 P issue represents a late, 20th century circulation strike, produced in large numbers but rarely preserved at the highest quality levels. Collectors who specialize in complete Jefferson nickel registry sets have discovered that certain late-date coins, including the 1988 P, are surprisingly difficult to locate with razor-sharp steps on Monticello and flawless surfaces. This challenge elevates the coin's importance far beyond its mintage figures and places it firmly on advanced collectors' want listen. The obverse features Felix Schlag's classic left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, with crisp legends reading "In God We Trust," Liberty, and the date 1988. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, rendered with fine architectural lines and symbolic balance. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs 5.0 grams, and measures 21.21 millimeters in diameter. What makes the 1988 P visually special in high grades is the clarity of Monticello's steps, bold strike definition, and satiny mint luster, qualities rarely seen together on circulation strikes from this era. Although the total mintage of 1988 P nickels reached into the hundreds of millions, true rarity emerges when condition and strike quality are considered. Examples graded MS67 and above by major grading services become extremely scarce, particularly those designated full steps, FS, on the reverse. Additionally, collectors actively seek error varieties, including off-center strikes, die cracks, lamination errors, and occasional double die details, all of which dramatically enhance rarity and desirability. Condition is the single most important factor influencing the value of the 1988 P Jefferson nickel. Circulated examples typically hold only face value, but uncirculated coins with minimal marks, strong luster, and sharp detail experience an exponential jump in demand. Coins certified by PCGS or NGC with full steps designation command a premium because they represent the finest surviving examples of a mass-produced issue. This intense condition sensitivity fuels competition among registry collectors, pushing prices steadily higher. In today's market, a typical uncirculated 1988 P nickel graded MS65 may sell for $10 to $25, while MS66 examples often range from $40 to $90. At the elite level, MS67 and MS67 Plus full steps coins have sold at auction for several $100s, occasionally exceeding $500 when demand is strong and population numbers are low. Dramatic mint errors or visually striking anomalies can reach four-figure prices, making the 1988 P one of the more valuable late-date Jefferson nickels when the right characteristics align. Collectors are drawn to the 1988 P not because it is old or commemorative, but because it represents a modern condition rarity, a coin most people overlook. This psychological contrast between common origin and elite survivorship gives the coin a special appeal. Advanced collectors appreciate the challenge it presents, while investors recognize its steady appreciation driven by registry competition and limited top-grade supply. For collectors seeking maximum value, careful inspection is essential. Look for sharp Monticello steps, clean fields, and undisturbed luster. Certification by a reputable grading service is strongly recommended, as authenticated grades and full steps attribution significantly affect resale value. Store coins in inert holders, away from humidity and contaminants, and consider acquiring examples through reputable auctions, established dealers, or specialized Jefferson nickel communities to ensure authenticity and quality. The 1988 P. Thomas Jefferson Monticello nickel continues to gain recognition among serious collectors because its true value lies not in its age, but in its exceptional scarcity at the highest grade levels. Although millions were struck for everyday commerce, very few examples survived with pristine surfaces, bold luster, and sharply defined architectural details on Monticello. This dramatic gap between high mintage and low survival quality has transformed the coin into a quiet modern standout, especially for collectors building competitive Jefferson nickel registry sets, where even small quality differences translate into major value jumps. What makes the 1988 P particularly desirable is the difficulty in finding specimens with fully struck Monticello steps, a feature that requires precise die pressure and flawless planchets. Coins that earn the full steps, FS, designation represent the very best of this issue and are fiercely contested at auctions. In these elite conditions, the coin's market value can soar from a modest modern collectible into a high-value numismatic prize, with certified examples commanding hundreds of dollars and occasionally more when population numbers remain low. From an investment perspective, the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel demonstrates how modern coins can outperform expectations when collector demand converges with genuine scarcity. As more collectors pursue complete high-grade Jefferson sets, pressure on limited top-tier examples continues to rise. This sustained demand has helped stabilize and gradually increase prices, making the coin attractive not only to hobbyists, but also to those seeking long-term appreciation in modern U.S. coinage. In summary, the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel stands as a powerful example of how value in numismatics is shaped by condition, precision, and survival, rather than age alone. Its understated history, combined with striking design and rare high-grade availability, ensures lasting appeal. For collectors willing to look beyond traditional rarities, this nickel offers both intellectual satisfaction and meaningful financial potential within the modern coin market. The 1988 P. Thomas Jefferson Monticello nickel proves that rarity and value are not defined by age alone. While not a bicentennial issue, it has earned a respected place in modern U.S. numismatics through its condition scarcity, striking quality, and collector demand. For enthusiasts who appreciate subtle distinctions, historical continuity, and long-term investment potential, this nickel stands as a compelling reminder that even a 5-cent coin can become a prized and valuable treasure when preserved at the highest level. Next up to in the 1989, D. Monticello Thomas Jefferson 5-cent nickel occupies a fascinating and often misunderstood position in modern United States numismatics. While it is a circulation-era coin produced in large quantities, select examples of the 1989 D nickel have achieved remarkable status among collectors due to their exceptional preservation, rare strike characteristics, and notable minting anomalies. In elite condition, this coin transcends its face value and becomes a serious collectible, commanding strong premiums in the marketplace. Its appeal lies not in mass rarity, but in conditional rarity, a concept increasingly central to modern coin collecting and investment. The 1989 D. Jefferson nickel was struck at the Denver Mint during a period when the U.S. Mint focused on efficiency and high-volume production rather than collector-oriented craftsmanship. This coin is part of the long-running Jefferson nickel series introduced in 1938, honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and a principal author of the Declaration of Independence. By 1989, The series had already undergone decades of wear in terms of die quality and strike sharpness, making fully detailed examples from this era increasingly difficult to locate. Though not tied to a specific commemorative event, the coin reflects late 20th century American minting practices and economic pragmatism. On the obverse, the coin features Felix Schlag's iconic left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, a design praised for its classical restraint and dignified realism. The reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia estate, rendered with architectural symmetry and symbolic national importance. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs 5.0 grams, and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. What distinguishes exceptional 1989 D examples is the clarity of Monticello's steps, an area notoriously weak in strikes from this era, making sharply detailed specimens especially prized. The most desirable 1989 D nickels exhibit strong strikes, frosty luster, and minimal surface abrasions, attributes rarely found together due to heavy bag handling at the Denver Mint. Coins displaying full steps, FS, typically defined as 5 or 6 uninterrupted steps on Monticello, represent the pinnacle of quality for this issue. Additionally, certain die characteristics, such as polished fields or unusually bold lettering, can elevate a coin's desirability. These features transform an otherwise common date into a conditionally elite collectible. While the overall mintage of the 1989 D nickel exceeded 500 million coins, the survival rate of high-grade examples is extremely low. Coins grading MS67 or higher are genuinely scarce, and examples with full steps designation are rarer still. Most circulated or lightly uncirculated coins suffer from weak strikes or contact marks, making top-tier specimens elusive. This sharp drop-off in quality at higher grades is the primary driver of rarity and the foundation of the coin's premium value. Adding to its appeal are known mint errors associated with the 1989 D issue, including off-center strikes, die clashes, clipped planchets, and broad strikes. While these errors are not common, authenticated examples can dramatically increase a coin's market value. Well-preserved error nickels from Denver mintage often attract competitive bidding due to their visual impact and scarcity. Such pieces appeal strongly to advanced collectors who seek uniqueness rather than date rarity alone. In circulated condition, the 1989 D. Jefferson nickel holds minimal premium and typically trades near face value. However, in MS65, values range from $5 to $15, while MS66 examples often command $30 to $75. At the elite level, MS67 full-step specimens have realized prices between $800 and $2,000, depending on eye appeal and certification. Rare error varieties can exceed $3,000 in specialized auctions. These values reflect documented auction results and sustained collector demand rather than speculative pricing. The coin's value is driven by several converging factors: the difficulty of locating high-grade survivors, the popularity of the Jefferson nickel series, and growing interest in modern conditional rarities. Registry set competition has further intensified demand, as collectors seek top population examples certified by leading grading services. The 1989 D nickel fits perfectly into this trend, offering affordability at lower grades and prestige at the highest level. Collectors pursuing this coin should prioritize professional certification from PCGS or NGC, particularly for high-grade or full steps candidates. Raw coins should be examined under magnification to assess step definition, luster, and surface quality. Proper storage in inert holders, climate-controlled environments, and minimal handling are essential to preserving value. Acquisition through reputable dealers, major auction houses, or established numismatic communities greatly reduces risk and increases long-term satisfaction. The 1989 D. Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel exemplifies how modern U.S. coinage can achieve extraordinary value through condition rarity, precision, and collector focus. Though modest in origin, its finest examples represent a compelling blend of historical continuity, artistic tradition, and investment potential. For both seasoned numismatists and emerging collectors, this coin offers a clear lesson. True value often lies not in age or mintage alone, but in preservation, detail, and discernment. As interest in high-grade modern coins continues to grow, the finest 1989 D nickels are well positioned to remain among the most desirable issues of their era. One of the most powerful drivers behind the exceptional value of the 1989 D. Jefferson nickel is its standing within the condition census maintained by major grading services. Coins that achieve MS-67 and higher, especially those awarded the full steps, FS designation, often represent the finest known examples from this mintage. Registry set collectors actively compete for these top-tier specimens, pushing prices significantly higher than typical market levels. When a new population-leading coin appears at auction, it frequently sparks intense bidding activity, reaffirming the coin's status as a modern conditional rarity rather than a common circulation. The Denver Mint in 1989 was known for inconsistent strike pressure, making fully detailed Jefferson nickels unusually difficult to produce. As a result, coins with crisp hair detail on Jefferson's portrait and sharply defined architectural lines on Monticello are especially coveted. Exceptional examples often display brilliant cartwheel luster, smooth fields, and minimal contact marks, traits that dramatically elevate market value. Eye appeal plays a decisive role at the highest grade levels, where even subtle differences in surface quality can translate into hundreds of dollars in price variance. Over the past 2 decades, prices for top-graded 1989 D. Jefferson nickels have shown steady appreciation, driven by declining availability and growing interest in modern U.S. coinage. As more coins become locked away in long-term collections and registry sets, the supply of elite examples continues to shrink. This dynamic has positioned the coin as a quiet but reliable performer within the nickel market. While not speculative, its value growth reflects consistent demand, making it an attractive acquisition for collectors seeking stability alongside historical continuity. The enduring appeal of the 1989 D. Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel lies in its transformation from an everyday circulating coin into a recognized numismatic achievement. It rewards careful selection, expert grading, and patience, qualities deeply valued within the collecting community. For enthusiasts who appreciate precision, condition rarity, and the challenge of locating exceptional modern issues, this coin stands as a compelling symbol of how even late, 20th century U.S. coinage can achieve lasting prestige and meaningful financial worth. Next up to in the 1964 Monticello Thomas Jefferson 5-cent nickel occupies a uniquely powerful position in United States numismatics, not because of precious metal content, but because of its extraordinary potential value in elite conditions and rare varieties. While millions were struck for circulation, select examples of the 1964 Jefferson nickel have risen to legendary status among collectors, commanding astonishing prices at auction. Its appeal lies in the intersection of high historical demand, transitional minting circumstances, and the existence of ultra-rare strikes that transform an otherwise common coin into a 5-figure or even 6-figure treasure. Today, this coin remains one of the most actively searched modern U.S. nickels, driven by both seasoned numismatists and new collectors hoping to uncover a hidden rarity. The year 1964 marked a pivotal moment in American coinage history. Amid a nationwide coin shortage, the U.S. Mint dramatically increased production of circulating coins, including the Jefferson nickel. Struck at both the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, and the Denver Mint, D mint mark, the 1964 nickel represents the final year before mint marks were temporarily removed from U.S. coins, 1965 to 1967. Designed by Felix Schlag and first introduced in 1938, the Jefferson nickel series commemorates Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers and the author of the Declaration of Independence. The intense production pressures of 1964 inadvertently led to the creation of rare varieties, special strikes, and mint errors, elements that now fuel its high market value. The obverse of the 1964 Jefferson nickel features a refined left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, bearing the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia estate, with crisp architectural details when fully struck. Composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the coin weighs 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. What distinguishes high-value examples is not a change in design, but exceptional strike quality, razor-sharp steps on Monticello, flawless surfaces, and deep, original luster. Coins displaying full steps, FS, on the reverse are especially prized and dramatically increase market worth. Although over 1,001,964 nickels were produced, True rarity emerges only at the highest levels of preservation and in special varieties. The most elusive examples include the 1964 Special Mint Set, SMS, nickels, believed to have been struck experimentally with proof-like finishes, but never officially released. These coins exhibit satin surfaces, sharp strikes, and squared rims, setting them apart from regular circulation issues. Additionally, doubled die obverse, repunched mint marks, die clashes, and off-metal errors contribute to the coin's rarity spectrum. In numismatics, rarity is defined not by how many were made, but by how many survive in exceptional condition. The single most important determinant of value for the 1964 Jefferson nickel. Circulated examples are common and typically worth face value, but uncirculated coins graded MS66, MS67, or higher by professional grading services become exponentially rarer. Coins with full steps designation and no surface impairments are exceedingly scarce. Certified examples graded MS67+ with full steps can command prices that rival gold coins, underscoring how microscopic differences in strike and preservation can translate into massive financial disparities. The market value of the 1964 Jefferson nickel varies dramatically by variety and grade. Standard uncirculated examples typically range from $10 to $50, while MS66 full steps coins often sell between $1,500 and $3,000. At the elite end, a 1964 SMS Jefferson nickel has sold at auction for over $30,000, while top-graded MS67+ full steps examples have reached prices exceeding $20,000. Error coins, particularly dramatic off-center strikes or doubled dies, regularly achieve four-figure prices. These values are supported by established auction results and sustained collector demand rather than speculation. The 1964 Jefferson nickel because it represents the ultimate challenge, finding a world-class rarity hidden within a common date. Unlike ancient or gold coins, this nickel offers accessibility combined with the thrill of discovery. Its affordability at lower grades allows entry-level collectors to participate, while its elite varieties attract advanced numismatists and investors. The psychological appeal of owning a coin from a historically significant year, one that closed an era of traditional minting practices, further elevates its desirability. Collectors seeking valuable 1964 nickels should focus on sharp strike quality, visible full steps, clean fields, and original luster. Any coin suspected to be an SMS or error variety should be professionally authenticated. Certification by trusted grading services such as PeaceGS or NGC is essential, as uncertified coins rarely achieve top market prices. Proper storage in inert holders, away from humidity and contaminants, is critical to preserving value. Coins acquired from reputable dealers, major auctions, or established numismatic communities offer the safest path to ownership. The finest 1964 Jefferson nickels have demonstrated consistent appreciation over time. As registry set competition intensifies and top-grade examples become permanently absorbed into private collections, availability continues to shrink. Unlike bullion-based coins, their value is driven by rarity and collector demand rather than metal prices, offering diversification within a numismatic portfolio. For collectors who prioritize quality over quantity, this coin represents a compelling long-term holding. The ultra-rare, high-grade 1964 Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel stands as one of the most valuable modern 5-cent coins in U.S. history. Its historical significance, elegant design, and the existence of extraordinary varieties elevate it far beyond its humble denomination. Whether admired for its artistry, pursued for its rarity, or acquired for its investment potential, this coin embodies the essence of numismatics, where history, craftsmanship, and value converge. For both new collectors and seasoned experts, the 1964 Jefferson nickel remains a timeless and powerful symbol of American coinage excellence. The 1964 Monticello Thomas Jefferson 5-cent nickel stands as one of the most intriguing and potentially valuable modern U.S. coins, despite its ordinary appearance and widespread original circulation. While billions were struck during a period of intense coin production, select examples of this issue have emerged as extraordinary numismatic prizes. Its importance lies not in precious metal content, but in the rare convergence of historical timing, superior strike quality, and elusive varieties that can elevate its worth from face value to tens of thousands of dollars. This contrast between commonality and extreme value has made the 1964 Jefferson nickel a constant target for collectors and investors alike. The 1964 Jefferson nickel represents the final year before mint marks were temporarily removed from U.S. coinage. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, and the Denver Mint D, the coin continued Felix Schlag's iconic design featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. What distinguishes elite examples is the clarity of the architectural details, especially the sharply defined steps of Monticello. Coins exhibiting full, uninterrupted steps and strong luster reflect exceptional minting quality that was rarely achieved during mass production, making them dramatically more valuable than typical circulation strikes. The 1964 Jefferson nickel is defined almost entirely by condition and variety. Ultra-rare special mint set, SMS, examples, believed to have been struck experimentally, display satin finishes, squared rims, and razor-sharp details that set them apart from regular issues. Additionally, high-grade full steps coins and notable mint errors, such as doubled dies or misaligned strikes, command significant premiums. While most surviving examples are heavily worn, certified coins graded MS-66 or higher with full steps are scarce, and their limited population fuels intense competition among collectors. The 1964 Jefferson nickels are both impressive and well documented. Standard uncirculated pieces trade modestly, but full steps examples can range from $1,500 to over $5,000, depending on grade and eye appeal. The rarest SMS specimens have achieved $20,000 to $30,000 plus at major auctions, placing them among the most valuable nickels of the modern era. For collectors, this coin offers a rare combination of historical significance, aesthetic excellence, and proven long-term appreciation, making the 1964 Jefferson nickel a true standout in American numismatics. Next up, in the 1990 D. Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel 5-cent coin occupies a distinctive niche in modern U.S. numismatics, not because it was a special commemorative issue, but because of how exceptionally rare and valuable it can become in elite condition. While billions of Jefferson nickels exist, only a tiny fraction survive with the sharpness, surface quality, and strike precision demanded by advanced collectors. High-grade 1990 D nickels, especially those certified with full steps, are among the most sought-after modern circulation strikes, making this coin an unexpected heavyweight in today's rare coin market. The 1990 D. Jefferson nickel was struck at the Denver Mint during a period when the U.S. Mint was focused on high-volume coinage rather than numismatic perfection. It belongs to the long-running Jefferson nickel series introduced in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. Although often mistakenly associated with bicentennial themes due to its Monticello reverse, the 1990 D issue is a standard circulation coin. Its importance arises from the broader historical reality that late 20th century nickels were notoriously weakly struck, making top-tier survivors historically scarce. Within the Jefferson nickel lineage, the 1990 D represents the challenges of modern minting rather than artistic change. The Monticello reverse was still in use, and no special alloys or commemorative modifications were applied. However, this era is infamous among specialists for producing coins with mushy details, particularly on Monticello's steps. As a result, the 1990 D has become a condition rarity, meaning its value is driven not by age or low mintage, but by how extraordinarily difficult it is to find in pristine, sharply struck form. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson with crisp classical styling, while the reverse depicts his Virginia home, Monticello, symbolizing intellect, architecture, and American Enlightenment ideals. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel-clad alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel, weighs 5 grams, and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. What makes elite examples unique is not the design itself, but the razor-sharp architectural detail, especially the uninterrupted horizontal steps at the base of Monticello, which define premium specimens. Although the Denver Mint produced tens of millions of nickels in 1990, the overwhelming majority entered circulation with soft strikes, contact marks, and incomplete details. Coins that qualify as Mint State 67 or higher are extremely rare, and those awarded the coveted full steps designation by grading services are scarcer still. Even a single bridge mark or weak strike can disqualify a coin from this elite category, making truly flawless examples statistical anomalies rather than ordinary finds. The 1990 D. Jefferson nickel is worth only face value. However, the value curve rises dramatically in certified high grades. Mint State 66 examples may command $40 to $100, while MS-67 coins can range from $300 to over $1,000 depending on IAPL. The most valuable specimens, MS-67 Plus or MS-68 Full Steps, have realized prices from $2,000 to over $4,000 at major auctions, reflecting fierce competition among registry set collectors. These prices are driven by extreme scarcity, not speculation. The coin's worth is propelled by several converging factors. The difficulty of finding sharply struck Denver mint nickels from this era, the growing popularity of condition-based registry sets, and the finite population of top-grade survivors. As grading standards tighten and populations stabilize, premium examples of the 1990 D continue to show steady appreciation. Unlike speculative modern issues, its value is anchored in demonstrable rarity confirmed by third-party certification. Advanced collectors prize the 1990 D. Jefferson nickel as a key obstacle in completing high-grade Jefferson nickel sets. Its challenge factor enhances its desirability, especially among registry competitors striving for top rankings. The coin's unassuming appearance adds to its mystique. What looks ordinary to the casual observer can represent years of searching and significant financial commitment to the seasoned numismatist. Collectors seeking this coin should focus exclusively on certified examples from reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC, paying close attention to strike quality and surface preservation. Raw coins are risky due to the difficulty of accurately assessing full steps and microflaws. Proper storage, using inert holders and stable environmental conditions, is essential to protect the coin's value. Auctions, established dealers, and registry-focused sales venues are the most reliable acquisition sources. The 1990 D. Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel stands as a compelling example of how modern U.S. coins can achieve extraordinary value through condition rarity rather than age or commemorative status. Its historical significance lies in its representation of late 20th century minting challenges, while its market value reflects genuine scarcity at the highest levels of preservation. For collectors and investors alike, the 1990 D in top condition is not merely a 5-cent piece. It is a modern numismatic prize with enduring appeal and long-term potential. The 1990 D. Jefferson nickel into a high-value category is the consistently weak strike quality associated with Denver mint production during this period. Collectors pay substantial premiums for examples that display bold facial details on Jefferson and, most importantly, fully defined architectural lines on Monticello. Coins that achieve the coveted full steps designation represent a minute fraction of the original output, and this technical perfection directly translates into exceptional market worth, often multiplying the coin's value hundreds of times over its face value. Population data from leading grading services clearly demonstrate why the 1990 D is considered ultra-rare in top condition. While thousands of coins may exist in lower mint state grades, only a handful reach MS-67 or higher, and even fewer retain uninterrupted full steps. This dramatic drop-off in population creates intense competition among serious collectors. As registry set participation continues to grow, these population bottlenecks place constant upward pressure on prices for the finest known examples. From an investment standpoint, the 1990 D. Jefferson nickel offers stability rooted in genuine scarcity rather than hype. Unlike commemorative or novelty issues, its value is supported by decades of consistent demand and verified grading data. High-end examples have shown resilience during broader market fluctuations, often maintaining or increasing value as collectors upgrade sets. This makes the coin particularly attractive to long-term holders who value steady appreciation over short-term speculation. Beyond monetary value, owning a top-grade 1990 D. Jefferson nickel carries significant prestige within numismatic circles. It signals expertise, patience, and a deep understanding of modern coinage challenges. As fewer undiscovered high-quality specimens remain, the coin's status as a modern classic continues to strengthen. For collectors seeking a balance of historical relevance aesthetic precision, and proven market strength. This Jefferson nickel remains a standout achievement in contemporary U.S. numismatics. That the 1990 D. Jefferson nickel, especially fascinating, is how its rarity is concealed beneath its modern appearance. To the untrained eye, it looks like an ordinary circulation coin, yet specialists recognize it as one of the toughest challenges in high-grade modern nickels. The Denver Mint's high-speed production methods often sacrifice detail, resulting in soft strikes and surface abrasions. Coins that escape these flaws and retain pristine luster now command extraordinary premiums, reinforcing the idea that true rarity is often found in condition rather than age. The 1990 D has remained consistently strong at major numismatic auctions. When a coin certified MS-67 or higher with full steps appears, it often sparks competitive bidding among registry-focused collectors. These auctions reveal a clear pattern. Limited supply paired with unwavering demand drives steady price momentum. As fewer top-tier specimens trade hands publicly, each confirmed sale helps establish higher benchmark values for future transactions. The 1990 D. Monticello Jefferson nickel has earned recognition as a modern classic within U.S. numismatics. Its appeal extends beyond monetary worth to the intellectual satisfaction of acquiring a genuinely difficult coin. For advanced collectors, it represents the culmination of careful study, patience, and strategic acquisition. Next up in the 1971 Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel stands as a significant piece in the storied Jefferson nickel series, celebrated by numismatists and collectors for both its historical resonance and its aesthetic charm. As one of the quintessential coins representing Thomas Jefferson's enduring legacy, this nickel has steadily attracted attention due to its place in the early 1970s minting period, a time when the United States Mint was focused on both precision and innovation in coinage. Today, it is particularly sought after by collectors who prioritize condition and unique features, and high-grade examples have achieved remarkable market attention, making it a coveted coin for serious numismatists. Minted during a period of post-war economic stability, the 1971 Jefferson nickel continued the series that had been introduced in 1938 to honor the third president of the United States. Produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, the coin reflects the nation's mid-20th century commitment to creating durable, widely circulated coinage while commemorating a founding father known for his contributions to American democracy. Unlike earlier nickels, the 1971 issue coincides with a time when the U.S. Mint had refined its striking techniques, making certain coins from this year particularly crisp and detailed. Collectors also view this nickel as a bridge between the classic mid-century issues and more modern numismatic innovations. The obverse of the 1971 nickel showcases a dignified portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, who originally created the design in 1938. The reverse features the iconic Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, rendered with precise architectural detail that stands out particularly on well-struck specimens. Composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the coin measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter and weighs 5 grams, consistent with standard 5-cent coins. What distinguishes the 1971 nickel for collectors are subtle variations in strike quality, die states, and proof-like surfaces in uncirculated examples, which can significantly enhance visual appeal and numismatic value. Although millions of 1971 nickels were minted, only a select portion have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Key factors that enhance rarity include the lack of post-mint handling marks, strong luster, and exceptional strike detail. Some coins may also present unique die varieties or minor errors, such as doubled dies or minting anomalies, which dramatically increase collector interest. Consequently, high-grade 1971 nickels, especially those graded MS-65 or higher by recognized grading services, command attention because the majority of coins in circulation have experienced wear or toning over the past 5 decades. Market valuations for the 1971 Monticello Jefferson nickel vary widely based on condition, rarity, and mint mark. Circulated examples typically trade for a few dollars, whereas uncirculated or proof-like specimens can reach several $100s in private sales or auctions. Coins graded MS-65 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, often fetch between $50 and $150, while rarer die varieties or exceptional MS-67 Plus examples have been known to exceed $250 to $300. The steady appreciation of well-preserved coins reflects both their scarcity and enduring collector demand. Collectors are drawn to the 1971 nickel not only for its historical significance, but also for its potential as a long-term investment. Its moderate mintage and the existence of high-grade, near-perfect examples make it a challenging yet attainable goal for enthusiasts seeking to complete Jefferson nickel sets. The coin also serves as an accessible entry point for new collectors interested in mid-20th century American coinage, offering a tangible connection to the nation's historical and cultural heritage. When seeking a 1971 Monticello nickel, collectors should focus on coins with minimal wear, strong luster, and clear strike detail, ideally certified by PCGS or NGC for authenticity and condition verification. Awareness of mint marks, Philadelphia, no mint mark, or Denver D, can help identify potentially more desirable coins. Proper storage in archival quality holders and avoidance of harsh cleaning are crucial to maintaining value. Auctions, reputable dealers, and established numismatic communities are the best sources for acquiring high-quality specimens. Some 1971 nickels are noted for specific die variations, including doubled dies, weak strikes, or mint mark anomalies. While not all varieties are equally rare, those with documented errors tend to fetch higher premiums among specialized collectors. Recognizing these subtle distinctions requires careful examination under magnification, and these coins often become centerpiece items in advanced Jefferson nickel collection. The 1971 nickel has proven to be a resilient investment due to its limited supply of high-grade specimens and growing numismatic interest. As awareness of coin grading and preservation expands, high-quality examples continue to appreciate steadily, reinforcing the 1971 nickel's status as both a collectible and a financial asset within the broader coin market. The 1971 Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel embodies a rich blend of history, artistry, and numismatic intrigue. Its detailed design, moderate rarity in high-grade conditions, and established collector demand make it a compelling addition to any Jefferson nickel collection. Whether pursued for its historical significance, visual appeal, or long-term value, this nickel remains a celebrated treasure in American coinage, captivating both novice enthusiasts and seasoned numismatists alike. Its enduring appeal ensures that the 1971 Jefferson nickel will continue to hold a prominent place in the world of collectible coins for generations to come. The 1971 Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel is a notable piece in the Jefferson nickel series, celebrated for its historical significance and appeal to collectors. Minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, this coin represents a period when the U.S. Mint focused on high-quality production and precision. As part of a long-standing series honoring the third President of the United States, it connects collectors to mid-20th century American history while commemorating Jefferson's enduring legacy, particularly through the depiction of his iconic Monticello estate. This nickel features Felix Schlag's classic obverse portrait of Thomas Jefferson, coupled with a detailed reverse illustration of Monticello. Made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, and weighing 5 grams with a 21.2 millimeter diameter, the coin is prized for its crisp design and durability. Collectors particularly value uncirculated examples that retain strong luster, sharp detail, and minimal wear, as these qualities enhance both visual appeal and numismatic significance. Subtle variations, such as proof-like surfaces or minor die differences, further increase its desirability. Although millions were minted, high-grade examples of the 1971 nickel are relatively scarce. Circulated coins typically have modest value, but uncirculated coins graded MS-65 or higher can range from $50 to $150, with exceptional specimens or rare die varieties sometimes exceeding $250. Scarcity and pristine condition combined with steady collector demand drives its market value, making this nickel both a collectible and an investment. Collectors are drawn to the 1971 Jefferson nickel for its combination of historical, aesthetic, and investment value. It serves as an accessible yet rewarding coin for enthusiasts seeking to complete Jefferson nickel sets or acquire high-quality mid-century U.S. coinage. Its enduring appeal lies in the elegant design, moderate rarity, and potential for future appreciation, ensuring that this nickel remains a prized treasure in American numismatics.